Hello everyone. Today we will talk about evil, the opposite of good. This will have some interesting implications about goodness and ethics as a whole. Let's start. Let us start by saying that evil is, obviously, the opposite of good. The good is what an entity seeks, therefore evil must be what an entity wants to avoid at all costs. Since the good is an entity's end, evil can be seen as the opposite of that end, the contrary state of the entity's good. This is a crucial step to understand the nature of evil, so bear with me. Just as the good can be universalized, and we would have to talk about the good of existence, so can evil be universalized, and therefore the universal evil would be what existence wants to avoid. In order to know what existence wants to avoid, we have to know what existence seeks, and its opposite is the universal evil. Here we run into a problem. We know that what an entity seeks is its end, but we have also seen that the end of existence is existence itself. Existence seeks only itself. Therefore, what existence wants to avoid at all costs is anything but existence itself. Yet, what is there except existence? Nothing. Thinking about it, everything needs existence in order to exist. In fact, all this time we have defined existence as that thing which differentiates something from nothing. This means that something cannot exist without existence. Very similarly to how a shape cannot exist without its border. No square exists without a line. This whole discourse was necessary to understand that existence is the only thing that exists properly. All other things are merely differentiated from nothingness, but not something else entirely. The inside of a square is differentiated from its outside, but not made of something else. So, if existence exists, and it is its own end, the opposite of existence is non-existence. This means that the universal evil is non-existence itself. The universal evil simply does not exist.
But Thomas, are you saying that evil is non-existent? Are you denying that there are objectively evil things like genocide and murder and death and killing and stuff?
Do not misunderstand what I am saying. I am not saying that there aren't evil things. I am saying that pure evil, the universal evil, is non-existence. The temperature analogy is a really good one. We are used to think that there are two entities known as hot and cold. Temperature is a spectrum divided between those two things, and after a certain threshold a cold thing becomes hot. Typically this is portrayed by our scales as negative numbers. However, this is by our own experience. In fact, if we look at the Kelvin scale, there are no negative numbers. All temperature is just quantifying how much particles move in matter, and we cannot get over the point where they completely stop their motion. The exact same thing concerns ethics. We think of ethics as a scale divided between good and evil, when in reality goodness is merely quantifying how much an entity resembles existence itself. We cannot go over the point where the entity simply does not exist. By resembling existence itself, I mean how much something is differentiated from nothing. This whole talk makes clear that, just as absolute cold is absence of movement, likewise absolute evil is absence of good. Evil is just a lack in goodness, something unfinished, that is evil. Of course, that is universal evil, but just as there is relative good, there is also relative evil. And that's what we're going to talk about next time. See you then, be well.